morning. Okay, so we prepped our waffles. We're making waffles this morning. This is the batter that we prepped last night. And now you can see it is ready for us to make waffles. So the ingredients that we're going to add today, this morning are, now remember I doubled the recipe, so I have to double all of the ingredients for today. We're going to do 2 teaspoons of baking soda. We're going to do 1 teaspoon of salt, my fancy salt here. You can use whatever kind of salt you want. This is what I have on hand, so this is what we're using. Just do 1 of those because for one recipe it's half a teaspoon. So for this double recipe I'm using 1. Okay. I do a splash of vanilla extract. Just, I don't measure, just whatever I feel like. Whatever feels good in the moment. Then I have my already melted butter. I'm going to add that. I'm going to scrape the pan for all the extra goodness. All right. You do want to make sure that you don't get this too hot, because if you get it hot and then you add the eggs in, it kind of like already starts to cook the eggs, and that's not very good. So then we do 2 eggs, because it's 1 egg per recipe. You can find the recipe in the comments. I break it down for you there. So then we're just going to stir it up. And this will make about, I've never counted exactly. Now because it's sourdough, like every ferment is a little bit different. So I always do a test waffle where I don't put very much batter in the waffle maker, because sometimes it will leak out really bad. Like for some reason it's just very runny. And so I make sure to do a test waffle before I make like a real waffle. So I always do a plain waffle first. So if you were planning on making like blueberry waffles or chocolate chip waffles or any of those kinds of waffles, just go ahead and do a plain waffle first to give it a quick check. And I've already got my waffle maker preheating there. So it's going to be ready to go as soon as we get this all stirred up. You do have to be careful about, like the baking soda will sometimes clump. And then you get one big bite of like salty baking soda-ness, and that's not good. So we're just going to keep I kind of like smash it so that any clumps down at the bottom get dispersed. And then you can see like it's very thick, right? So it's very gloopy. This is a good consistency. We want it to be like this, okay? So now I'm going to go ahead and do 1 waffle. My waffle maker is so old that I don't have to spray it. But if you have a newer waffle maker, then you're going to want to, yeah, see, that's probably too much. So we're going to start with that and see, turn it over, and see if it starts to fall. I'm going to grab a plate real quick. Yeah, see how it's running out? If we get a lot of this, then that wastes a lot of batter, and then that's when I don't get so many waffles. So I want to put in less waffle batter next time to make sure that I don't have any of that runoff. It's not a bad thing per se, it's just, I don't know. I would rather be able to eat my waffles off of my hard work than have the batter wasted dripping down the side. And remember, we fed our sourdough starter yesterday. So this is what my sourdough starter looks like now. Look how nice and bubbly that is. It's looking good. It's looking really good. So what I'm going to do with this today is actually going to make sandwich bread. So this is ready to use. If I let it go much longer, it's going to start to deflate, which is fine. I can use the deflated discard for making waffles again tomorrow, or I could make crackers with it, or another recipe that calls for discard. Or we have chickens, so I can just pour it into the chicken bucket of the food scraps that we're going to give out to the chickens, and it's good for their digestion. But we're actually out of sandwich bread, so I'm going to use this today because this is like perfect, healthy, good starter to use for sandwich bread. All right, I think we're getting close here. Yes, beautiful. So my kids don't like super crunchy waffles, so I kind of try to do like a quick, like a little crisp on the outside, just so it's got form, and a little softness. You hear that crunch? Yeah. So that's a really good waffle. That came out really well. So we only had a little bit of spillage. I don't know if you can see this, but we only had a little bit of spillage on the side here. It's a little bit there. So we'll do a little less this time. So we're just gonna try to keep it in the middle. That might be perfect. And I'm gonna make a chocolate chip waffle for my oldest, who loves chocolate chip waffles. And spin her around. And yeah, so that is sourdough waffles. We make this recipe about 6 days a week, if I'm being honest. We make it a lot. It's very easy, it's inexpensive, it's full of good digestive stuff for your children, and it just tastes really good. So I hope that was helpful. That's how you make sourdough waffles start to finish.